up next on 33 Report, a look at what you're breathing in at work. That's a close-up segment we recorded earlier. Next. In 1976, in a Philadelphia hotel, doctors discovered Legionnaire's disease. 29 people died. The germ was traced to the hotel's air conditioning system. The bacteria were able to live there and eventually affect people. Gray Robertson says air handling systems in all buildings are susceptible, that they're effective germ breeders. Robertson owns a company that cleans those systems, examines the residue, and finds some pretty interesting things. Robertson is in Harrisburg in search of local clients, and he joins us tonight to talk about his service. Why do you consider these buildings sick? You call them sick buildings.
A sick building is any building where, for one of many reasons, indoor pollution has accumulated to a level where it starts affecting the health of the people in the building.
But no one's going to die from what you find, right?
Not necessarily. Some people do die, but 50% of all absenteeism from the office is due to upper respiratory complaints, and many of these complaints are due to indoor pollutants.
An example of what you found from 1980 to 1985, you checked 125 major buildings. In 39 of them, you found widespread occurrence of fungus in the air conditioning system. What does that mean?
This is fungi. The types of fungi we're dealing with here are ones that cause allergies. Many people get reactions: sore eyes, sore throats, headaches, coughs, tightness of the chest. They're sick. They don't know what's causing it.
In 11 of them, you found pathogenic bacteria in the air conditioning system. What does that mean?
These are bacteria that cause disease. Pathogenic means disease-causing.
And
people
what types of flus and things like that?
Sometimes worse than that. There's some types that, yes, a flu is a type of a symptom shown, but we're talking specifically of things that cause specific diseases in people. These can be in hospitals. They can be in the general, even in the home.
In 7 of them, you found fiberglass in the supply air. Now, how is that dangerous?
Fiberglass causes tremendous irritation of the eyes. It causes dermatitis. It causes a lot of reactions. And if people inhale it, they start getting sore throats, and it's a problem.
In 5 of them, there were high levels of tobacco smoke throughout. Is that probably your most common problem?
70% of all complaints start with tobacco smoke, but it was only found in 4% of all the buildings to be at a level causing a problem. In other words, all the others, the tobacco smoke was getting the blame for the fungus, for the bacteria, for the fiberglass.
In 4 of them, there were high levels of carbon monoxide. Now, what did building owners have to do there?
This is usually caused by underground garages or air intakes that are positioned next to a truck that's idling with its engines running, and that's being sucked in.
And the health problem is?
Exactly the same symptoms. You get sore eyes, sore throat, you get terrible headaches from carbon monoxide.
In 1, there was a high level of ozone. What does that mean?
That was a product from an electrostatic precipitator, a device designed to clean the air, but it was leaking ozone into the air, and people were getting sick again.
So a problem that's not very common in, let's say, all
buildings. That's rather unusual.
Okay, and in 1, there was a high level of formaldehyde. What's the problem there?
Formaldehyde is toxin. It potentially causes cancer. It is known to cause tremendous irritation of the eye, etc. It's much more common in the home, but we found it widespread in one particular building.
In only 1, though, it's not a common occurrence.
It's not common in major buildings. It's common in homes, but not major buildings.
Now, all these buildings fared pretty well before you checked these things, so what's the problem?
Well, you say they fared pretty well, but we've also found that something like 65% of all the buildings don't bring in sufficient fresh air. A tremendous amount of buildings have very poor filters. An awful lot have a lot of dirt and dust in the system. All of these cause allergies. They all cause sickness. They all contribute to absenteeism from the office.
But in these cases, only 56% of the buildings had problems. Is that really the norm, kind of a 50-50 chance that your building has a problem?
They're 50% of the ones we've diagnosed and found the cure. There's still buildings where we've just increased the fresh air intake and the problems have disappeared. You keep coming back to a situation where people get symptoms of sore eyes, sore throats. They often presume it's the only pollutant they see, which is the smoke. In reality, it's often a hidden thing. It's something invisible.
Okay, and finally and quickly, are you worried about alarming people needlessly over this then?
I think it's absolutely vital that people get educated and recognize that they don't have to put up with these recurring coughs and colds and influenzas. Often it's due to indoor pollution, and their health can benefit from finding it out and eliminating it.
Okay, interesting. Thanks for being here, Mr. Robertson.
It's my pleasure.
We'll be right back.
Indeed.